All right, we're a go. All right, this is pretty much just quick off the top of my head. If you're new to the channel or you've been around for a while, huge fanboy of the Panasonic GH5 and GH4, really overall Panasonic GH series, and even some of their beefier cameras. Love their products. Now that being said, over this past weekend, dude, I was pretty much bombarded with GH5 Mark II, I guess, sneak, release, specs, whatever, you name it. And honestly, I don't like doing reaction videos because sometimes it's like if I don't have it in my hand, it makes no sense. But this one kind of ticks me off, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. In a sense, I kind of have a few theories here. Either really they're just giving us something to give us something, which to me kind of seems silly because with the GH5, the GH5S, the GH4, the GH3, the GH series as a whole, I think Panasonic has done a fantastic job in regards to kind of always delivering something that you knew when you took that next step that you were getting a great bang for your buck and you were just getting something that maybe your last GH or whatever didn't have. So that's where when I see these specs, and we'll kind of hop down here, I mean through my YouTube subscription feed, Nate Tutorials had a video on it. I saw some other folks, I think even Camera Conspiracies did it. In a nutshell, it was just interesting to see all these different people talking about it, and the overall kind of consensus, at least from what I can tell, is definitely disappointment, but also a little bit of what does this even mean? Because we're taking the staple GH5, which in 2021 I still shoot with for all my projects, and I'd honestly go buy another GH5 or a GH5S just for low light capabilities. So it makes me wonder, why would they go about this particular model, making it a Mark II? And then from what I can see in regards to specs, we'll scroll down here on petapixel. And like, yeah, I mean, you've got this tweet from, and like I said, I'm a huge Panasonic fanboy, but like, I'm not that insider. So this tweet, whatever it may be, sure, it gives some 4K 60, whatever, it gives some specs, but in a nutshell, when I'm like going through and reading this and I'm seeing the $1,700 price tag, you're still gonna have to pay for vlog, I'm just overall just seeing time and time again where I'm like, So with all this negativity that I'm bringing in regards to confusion, man, I'm in that space where if they released a GH6, I'd literally walk upstairs to my wife and it had the specs, I'd say, I gotta get it. And that sounds silly, but I think some people understand where I'm coming from, especially if this is something you do full time, which is, this is my career, so it makes a little bit more sense. And getting something a little bit better, something quicker, maybe has some more variable frame rates, whatever it may be. If it was a GH6 and it had those specs, I'd go buy it. But with this, no way. No way in heck. So here's my theory in regards to this. Nate Tutorials was even trying to figure out, what does this mean for the future of all this? I'm wondering, are they putting this out here to still gauge the interest? Are there still people out there like myself that would go out there and buy this GH6 or GH Mark II, GH5 Mark II? And that's really what they're doing here, gauging the interest since they came out with the S5, you know, trying to see, is that base still there? And obviously it is, but the problem is a lot of people are still happy with their GH5, GH4, you name it. So they're really going to have to knock it out of the park for a lot of people to make that next step, especially if it's going to be, even at $1,700, I go buy a used GH5 for like 1,100 bucks, maybe even 900. Facebook, you can really get some good deals if you buy it locally. So yeah, I'm wondering, are they putting it out there to get feedback from the community, hear what people like myself, you know, other people that shoot with the GH5 or are on the GH series, and maybe that's where they will, because it says here that they're going to launch it, but that doesn't mean that they necessarily have to. And also giving themselves a little bit of a buffer to maybe see what they need to package into this camera. I don't know. The whole point I'm trying to make here is I'm a little confused, and my whole thought process is, if this is what they're here to deliver, I'm going to be met with disappointment. I will take my money to Zcam. No more reason to kind of, I will definitely keep shooting with this. This will always be my baby. But as far as forward thinking, it really wouldn't probably include Panasonic, at least at this point. And that might sound silly. If I wanted to get the EVA, that would be great. But the point being is, this is kind of what I'm bought into. I really like it. And I'm in that limbo phase. Is it Zcam, the S6, the Super 35 camera for $2,500, or is it going to be a GH6, or maybe just another GH5 or a GH5S? So I know I'm kind of talking in circles here, but I thought I'd at least weigh in. I'd love to hear your comments in the comment section below. What do you think of all this hoopla? What do you think Panasonic's doing here? What do you think of the specs? Would you just stick with your current camera, your GH4, your GH5? Maybe you got a G9, a G85. I was talking to a recent subscriber who has a G85, which is an incredible camera. Why would you go to this little thing? I don't know. I'd buy a GH5. Questions, questions, questions. I want to know what you guys think. And hey guys, Trey Lowell, Lowell Productions, as always. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like the content I keep creating on this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And here in the near future, I'm going to be doing a little bit of nothing too much new here, other than we got some battery power here. Didn't want to go full V-mount yet, really just because this is a nice little new setup that I'm going to run and gun with here for a little bit. Really battery just for the monitor. Panasonic's batteries are solid. That's another thing. Great, you're upgrading your battery in the new GH series. Well, this is already a great battery. And to be honest with you, I've got AC power dummy batteries, and yeah. Comment in the comment section below, man. I'm just overall disappointed, which is why I had to just make this quick video venting about Panasonic. But I think they're probably playing some games, because the S5 was a nice little treat. My buddy bought 2 of them. I think they probably got something up their sleeves. So, hey guys, I'm out. Peace.